One of the most grueling events of the season is finally here with Collision. Hello everybody and welcome back to the VALVIK Marble League. As always, my name is Frankie. Last time out in the VALVIK Marble League, the Carbons still retain a 15-point lead over the Sailors, who move up to second. Balls and the Golfbirds round out the top four. Well, let's move on then to Collision. Our demonstration run today will be demonstrated by the Shock Current and the Royal Jesters. In Collision, the objective is simple. Try and stay on the blue mat as much as possible. Teams only have 7 seconds to make sure that they all stay on the mat. They will hear the whistle and they will then the footage is then stopped, and that's when the final results are tailored. In the case of these two teams, they are in a tie. Normally in the case of a tie, they will go again, but this time for the demonstration run, it's just one run. We have a bracket style elimination, so coming up first, it's the Sailors and the Atomics. And they're off. Big collision there at the beginning. Remember, the spinners also will affect the performance a lot, and they stop, and it will be the Atomics that move on, 2-1 in favor of the Sailors. But yeah, it's important to stay away from those spinners because they will careen you at a very, very fast speed there. Of course, the white bars there are also made to for marbles to bounce off back into the mat. Of course, you have to stay on the blue. If you make it out of the blue, you will get eliminated. And right now, it's between Team Whiteout and the Cue Balls, and the Cue Balls will easily win with a 3-1. Team Whiteout there had a lot of eliminations very early on there. Cue Balls were able to have 2 marbles there very close to each other in the middle. Meanwhile, 10 Ball there bouncing into those white barriers there. They are bouncy, so Scorpurius and Flaming Cherries now for round 3. A lot of bouncing, a lot of speed actually, a lot. Teams have been complaining during their practice runs about the speed that they end up having. But so far no real damage it seems, and it will be the Scorpuriers with a 2-1 advantage there. Jab was able to stay at the left side there, was able to just bounce on the white side there. Flaming Cherry is a lot more chaotic of a run. Crescents and the Carbons, the overall leaders. Crescents, of course, the newly crowned most popular team in the VALVIK Marble League by our lovely community there. And they will advance over the Carbons. Not bad. That's a 3-2, which means our overall leaders in the standings are out. That's the first time they've been out in the top 8 for a very long time, actually. So let's see how that affects the overall standings. But it will be the Crescents that move on. Golfbirds and the Hammerheads now. They're off. The beginning of the runs look very similar. Everybody kind of careening towards the bottom of the screen there. But as the run progresses, it will get a little bit more different there. The Hammerheads there manage to withstand the pressure really of the course more than the Golfbirds there, and they're able to move on. Alright, Team Echo and Kitsune Rush now. We're making our way very fast through these elimination rounds. A lot of bouncy there for the Kitsune Rush, but they were already able to win 0-1. They lost 1 marble just at the end there before the whistle. But Team Echo were not all that composed, were not all that controlled. You see a lot of marbles there. One of them even entered into the spinner and got eliminated. Kitsune Rush there, a lot more controlled. Final round 7 now between Pulse of Zen and the Sushi Squad. And they're off now. Oh, and this is looking very interesting there. Look at that. 1 marble there is at the starting line from the Sushi Squad. Meanwhile, they have 2 marbles on the start line. And I'm hearing now that the coaches of the Sushi Squad and the Balls of Zen are being called into the steward's room to determine the results. We have to wait there because that looked very interesting there. And I'm getting back from the stewards that it will be a tie for round 1 at least. And it is. And that's because that Sushi Squad marble there is outside the square of the white lines. So they will have to go again. That's very interesting though, because the Sushi Squad marble entered into the starting line there. And they will do it then, the Balls of Zen. That is a heartbreak then for the Sushi Squad, because they were ahead into after that first run, but it was considered a draw. Very interesting then. But yeah, 3-2 for the Balls of Zen to the Sushi Squad. But it will at least mean that the Sushi Squad have a higher chance of finishing higher among the bottom half finishers, because the way the scoring system works, ties are prioritized. So if you finish in a tie, you will finish ahead. In the case of the Poison Darts though, that will not be the case, because the Sky Scouts have a 3-1 win over the Poison Darts. Sky Scouts there, 3 of them being very closely held to each other there. Meanwhile, only 1 left for the Poison Darts there, and that's then our round matches. But we still have a few tiebreakers actually to determine. Sailors, Flaming Cherries, Team White, Poison Darts, Golfbirds, and Team Echo. Here we go then with the first tiebreaker. And that is an easy win there for the Flaming Cherries. Not bad. Sailors there at the beginning were a bit held very well together there, but then all had differing paths into the outside of the course. Flaming Cherries there got more lucky than anything, I would say. Team White out and Poison Darts now. And that's going to be an easy win there for the Poison Darts there. They won with a few seconds left on the clock even. All they had to do was just stay on the course before the whistle came in. And so they will take, I believe, 13th. Team White out in 14th. And our final tiebreaker for the bottom half, Golfbirds and Team Echo. They're off now. And it is going to be Team Echo over the Golfbirds. The Golfbirds then, another 16th place finish. Looking at their overall results for the last 4 events, they've only managed 9 points. That is a shocker for the Golfbirds, who are usually a very, very consistent team, but they've been losing a lot of momentum over these last few events. But there you have it then. Our bottom 8 with the Sushi Squad in 9th and the Carbons in 10th. Flaming Cherries, Sailors, Poison Darts, Team Whiteout, Team Echo, and the Golfbirds. As we move on now then to the quarterfinals, Atomics and the Cue Balls. They're off now. Already led a few losses there for the Cue Balls there. Atomics managing to stay close to here in the center, and they will do it. Easy advancement then for the Atomics into the semifinal. The Cue Balls will have to settle for either 5th through 8th. But yeah, easy then for the Atomics there. Let's move on to quarterfinal 2. Scorperiors and the Coastline Crescents. And already then there's only one Scorperior left, and it's a tie! Oh, at the end there, one member from the Coastline Crescents there exits the arena, which means that they will go again. And they're off. Already 2 Scorperiors left, go to 3 Crescents there. 2 Crescents to 1 Scorperior. They lost everything, the Scorperiors. And the Coastline Crescents will do it with a 0-1 victory. Yeah, dropping very fast are these marbles through the arena there. That's why we have the timer system, to make sure that we don't have 0-0 victories. 0-0 draws, I should say. Alright, quarterfinal 3 now. Hammerheads and Kitsune Rush. Only 2 Hammerheads left so far with 3 Kitsune Rush, 2 Kitsune Rush to 2 Hammerheads, and it's 2-1 at the end there. One of the Kitsune Rush loses it, and the Hammerheads will advance. Watch the Kitsune Rush there. There's a marble that just careens into the right side. I believe that's... Yeah, that's actually their Captain Spirit. No, it's not. Another marble there into the top left side. Careens into the spinner out of the arena there. Final quarterfinal then with the Balls of Zen and the Sky Scouts. These two teams are very close to each other in the standings. They often are found finishing closer to each other than more than not. And it's another tie there. Look at that. Icarus behind that white line determined by the barriers there. And it's a tie, and it's again with the Balls of Zen. Yeah, it's a 2-2 tie there. Because Icarus does not count. They would have been eliminated regardless. They will go again then. And they're off. And they will do it again. Balls of Zen. Another win after a tie there. 2-1. They will move on then to the top 4. Sky Scouts then, I believe, will finish in 5th because while they have a tie, as the Scorpuriers do, their result in the tiebreaker was a lot better than the Scorpuriers, so they are guaranteed to finish in 5th place. But we have another tiebreaker to discuss, Kitsune Rush and the Cue Balls. And that's going to be a complete wipeout there for Kitsune Rush there. Cue Balls with a 3-0 victory. That's a very dominant win there for the Cue Balls. Too bad they couldn't do this during the actual quarterfinals there, but you know, they will have to settle for, I believe, 7th place. Kitsune Rush then in 8th. But our top 4, Atomics, Coastline Crescents, Hammerheads, and the Balls of Zen. All 4 of these are of course medalists, so no new medalists to discuss. Sky Scouts in 5th, Scorpuriers in 6th. Semifinal net 1 now with Atomics and the Coastline Crescents, of course 2 of the new rookie teams from this season. Let's see which one will finish ahead of the other. And it will be the Atomics. The Atomics then guaranteed to score a medal. Coastline Crescents then will have to fight in the 3rd place match. Have a look at that. Right at the end there, one Coastline Crescent there leaves the arena, which means the Atomics have an easy advancement there. Hammerheads and the Balls of Zen now for semifinal 2. Oh, and that's an easy wipeout there for the Balls of Zen there. 0-3, even before the whistle came in. The Hammerheads there were completely decimated there by the Balls of Zen. And the arena, it seems like. Yeah, look at that. And of course the Balls of Zen making, they're learning from their previous runs there. They're making sure to bounce off from wall to wall there. I think that provides the best opportunity to not get eliminated then. But it's the Atomics and the Balls of Zen that advance to the final. And now, 3rd place match between the Hammerheads and the Coastline Crescents then. And they're off. Let's see which one of these teams will score a bronze. And it will be the Coastline Crescents then. The Hammerheads had no chance. Once again, another wipeout for the Hammerheads almost. A 3-1 victory. Very dominant then for the Coastline Crescents. They get their 2nd ever medal in the form of a bronze. In a very difficult event, might I add. So, not bad for our most popular team. But it's the finals now. Atomics and the Balls of Zen. We are guaranteed to have another 2-time gold medalist. But not yet. That's a tie. Another tie then for the Balls of Zen. They will have to go again then. And that's a 2nd tie! Wow! Neither of these teams wants to give any inch to the other. Might as well just give the gold medal to both of them. Match 3 now. We will keep going until there's no tie left. And there is no tie. The Balls of Zen will do it. 3-2 over the Atomics. The Balls of Zen are gold medalists in collision. Atomics will have to settle for silver. But that was a brilliant display from both of these teams here. Talk about close finishes in collision here. But not bad. Balls of Zen, once again gold medalists. And if I'm not mistaken, they might have taken the overall lead in the standings as well. 25 points to the Carbons, 6 in 10th. Congratulations to our podium finishers, Coastline Crescent, Atomics, and our gold medalists, Balls of Zen. Well done then for the Balls of Zen, their 4th gold medal in the VALVIK Marble League. Congratulations also to the Atomics and the Coastline Crescents. Well, let's have a look at those overall standings then. And the Balls of Zen have taken the lead in the VALVIK Marble League. Carbons and Sailors up to 3rd and 4th, with the Sky Scouts jumping to 4th and the Atomics to 5th. But that's it from us from the VALVIK Marble League. Coming up next, it's Event 12, the Jousting Duel. We'll hope to see you then. Goodbye.